I'm gonna order pizza.
Okay. What do we get? And there it goes.
Okay.
Good thing that wasn't the high life.
After spending months at the Kamachi Marina, watching boats go by, and not getting our major project done, we had to move. But first thing first, before we move, is to set up our
You want
flags.
it here or you want it over here?
I think in the center is good, like that.
Like where it is?
Yeah.
Give it a little bit of an angle. Give it a moderate,
Easy to install.
moderate tightness. Easy to install. Everything should be this easy. That's what $100 gets you. Out of the package and installed in less than 5 minutes. You need the longer stick to get it off the dinghy.
I'm just finishing the lunch, and I'm going to check on Michael where he is with the flag installation project. Let's see. Half an hour later. Are you done yet?
Maybe. Better.
Maybe.
Approved. I may want to move this down, but I need a longer cord to do that.
As we were preparing for our first long passage, we made several improvements to our boat. We ran the downfall line, installed the jack lines, and set up a new anchor and a bridle.
This will need to go up when the sail goes up, actually. So maybe we
So it needs to be free run.
right. So maybe we don't care where it goes because you're gonna pull out almost the full length when you raise the sail,
You measured it, right?
roughly. I know the rope is longer than 60 feet, and I know the mast is shorter than 60 feet. I measured it the other day, but it's 8, we'll round up to 10 feet above the waterline. So the mast is only 50 to 55 feet, actually, the mast itself. And we're not going to the waterline. We're going back here, which is about the same distance. So it runs through that, what I believe is the spinnaker halyard pulley that we don't use.
Okay, yeah.
So it just runs here and it just sits here. The halyard will come down and the downhaul will go up. So right now we're looking at the wind fields for a potential Saturday departure. And we'll be moving from St. Augustine to St. Mary's, Fernandina Beach. So we expect to be out on the water for about 12 hours, give or take. So we're just looking at what we might expect over that course of the day.
Did we get a chart?
So, I haven't seen...
Where's our chart?
I don't know where our chart is. It's in the mail. It's right here.
It's in the mail.
So, we're just looking at the wind and lightning forecasts. I was just about to scroll through. So we're planning to leave around 8 with the tide.
Yeah, we
And-
need to pass the bridge, right? So we need to
so we're
pass it.
behind.
Oh, my hair, look,
You cut your hair.
not.
We're behind the
messy.
Volano Bridge right now, and we need a low tide to get under it. So Saturday's
Low
low
tide.
is at 7:43, so that dictates our departure.
Which is a good timing.
Which is it lines up pretty well.
with a 12-hour sail.
Yeah, if we were to leave later in the week, the tide will step forward about an hour each day. So we'd have to go,
departure and
which is
arrival.
not, which would push us to arrive after dark. So in order to avoid that, we would plan to anchor out the day before. So we'd have to transit the bridge the day before leaving, anchor out, and that would then allow us to leave at any time we choose in the morning. So that's our fallback. So we're trying to decide when to leave. Should we leave Saturday, Sunday, or Monday?
Bye, honey. So we are planning to leave this Saturday in the morning, and Michael went to look at the tide boards at the bridge to make sure that whatever is online, whatever we see showing online is lining up with actual tide boards. So before we proceed through the bridge on Saturday morning.
On this side, you shouldn't be using this stairway. If you have to go out, you're going to go out through the cockpit, unless it rains and we close the door. On this side, you've got a line here. You've got 2 hooks,
Lots of handholds.
and lots of handholds. So you should be clipped with the short hook. The short hook is preferable at all times, right? Because the short hook will keep you on the boat.
So we're leaving tomorrow morning. And tonight Michael is giving us some safety instructions and last preparations before we head out. We're gonna be tidying up the boat, putting things away so that nothing flies like the last time our pan was flying around. We invited our friend to go with us on the sail, so there'll be 3 of us sailing this time.
So you generally want to put them spine or gate up when you're dealing with carabiners. So you can see here I'm pretty well secured and I've got a good amount of stretch. This is all nylon webbing, it's pretty stretchy. But if you want to come up this side, you're going to clip here and you can walk up. These are going to force you down a little bit, which I think is fine because it should be low anyway.
Yeah.
And then if you need to get around a point, you get stuck here. Now I'm on both, and then I can move this one up. So you're always clipped in, that's why you have 2. There's nothing to hold from here to here, so
Yeah.
you really want to clip in. And part of the reason for having this side like this is the preventer adjustment is going to be at that cleat. If you're going up mast, you're going to be using the stairway. Go up, back, and forward. So you can either grab the floor or the loop. Although I guess if you grab the loop, you can't get around that if somebody else is on it. And then if you're here, this is a good spot to grab. This is the reefing eye. And that will hold you in with the short tether pretty nicely. There should be enough length here to climb the mast too, actually. Can I get out?
Oh, do you have
I
enough?
can get about here. So if you need the second step, you'll
Yeah.
have to switch. But then this one will allow you to hit the deck if you fall. So things to be aware of. Short tether is preferable. There's nothing else really to grab. Going back.
They don't trust me.
Don't hit us.
Oh, you got a chase boat today. This time.
drop the anchor, this is your holder. You're going to open the holder, and then you're going to use the remote to drop it down. If the engines aren't running and we need to drop the anchor, if you take a winch handle and you loosen this counterclockwise, you loosen this thing, you unclutch the drum to the engine, and the chain will fall free. So that's how you drop it without power. You can't pick it up without taking the whole capstan off and putting the adapter in, but you can drop it with just a winch handle. So this is just basically a friction nut that ties the gypsy to the motor. So you lower it down, we'll count out, or we'll have to guess how much scope we need. Once you've got the anchor out, you're gonna put this guy on around the chain. And what we're gonna use is a prusik knot. You're gonna grab the chain and you go through, preferably 2 times. 1 might be enough, but 2 is better. When you tighten it up, this is what it should look like when it's nice and dressed. And when you pull on this thing, it tightens itself and cinches around the chain. This guy then gets grabbed by the mooring hook. And you can do all this in the locker here, right? Once you've got this set, now you can continue to lower the chain, which will play out more chain, and the bridle or the weight will transfer to the bridle.
This is our guest room, new guest room, finally set up for first guest.